Hello, this is Grillenheimer. Welcome back. This is part 4. Hopefully this will go a little quicker this time. We've got Waterbolt, Interq, Copper, Private Scratch, and Raider Gunstick. 3 Autobots, the first and only Quintesson, and 1 Decepticon. Let's get to it. Alright, we're going to start off with Waterbolt in alt mode. I forgot the tank symbol. Oops. But he is range in this mode because he's got lots of all these little side guns on his little turrets and guns up here too that you really can't see. Get my hand out of the way. Okay. He is a 10-star character. He has got 3 attack, 12 health, and 2 defense. Now, I don't know. Okay. When I was creating him, I didn't know where my other tank characters were. I know where they are now. So when I was, it's folded over in there. When I was coming up with his stats and his ability, I was not looking at the other water tanks. This just all happened to be a very interesting coincidence where in total their star counts end up totaling 29. They each have the same health of 12 each, so 3 times 12 is 36. Well, like I said, I did not have the other 2 characters to confer to be able to know what I was doing. So when I came up with this, I'm like, okay, I want to be able to put all 3 water tanks together. So if teamed with 2 water tanks, spread the damage for health to all 3 characters. So you're not putting it all on one character, and it is 4. Well, 4 from 29 is 25. As far as star counts go, so it was like 1 damage of health to how many stars I was over is what it looks like, but I did not plan on that. So their total health starts off with 32 instead of 36. I was just trying to be safe with this, and I nailed it to the T. But just to be able to have them all in a team together. But it's his verbiage here is the only way that I can play all 3 of them together. Now, these are, with the right deck, they might be decent, but they are not very good characters. I did not create them to work very well together. The last game I actually tried playing all 3 of them with. I've played 2 games with them like that, and doing the 4 damage and spreading it out, so one of them has to be damaged by 2, so it's like 10, 11, 11. I didn't have the right decks to be able to utilize tank battle cards as planned. So I think those are in with some of my Decepticon Megatron decks that I just didn't fish out with the decks that I made to be able to play them with. Oops. So these guys are not winners, let me tell you. They were just fun to make and fun to build and fun to draw. So when defending against a plane or ship, so something airborne, attack your attacker by 2 before you flip your defense. So you get to attack them before they attack you. In bot mode, he is range with a better attack of 5, defense of only 1. When you flip to this mode, if you flip 1 green and 1 black on your attack, then you get +3 to your attack. If your pierce if you flip more black that exceeds your total attack, then it nullifies your entire pierce. Yeah, I don't know where that came from, but I made that up as well, but only for this guy. So I haven't seen that happen. I have not made a deck based on this yet, or even to try to build a deck to even break that, to nullify the pierce for him. Haven't done it, haven't tried it. Up next, let's move on to Raider Gunstick, who is a weaponizer and ranged in bot mode. This is the mode he starts in. He is a 7-star character. He is 3 attack, only 6 health, and 0 defense. So he will get knocked out easily. If he has no upgrade equipped, put a weapon on another character. He is a Decepticon and has 7 stars. I thought I was going to have a problem there. When he gets knocked out, you get to flip him to his weaponizer mode. When used as an upgrade, immediately hit each enemy by 1. So he starts off pretty powerful. He still has attack of 3 and a defense of only 1. So he's still, I wrote alt mode on there. It really should be weaponizer. I messed up. But, oh, and he Air Force unit, that's right. But yeah, there is Raider Gunstick. So basically, when he gets knocked out, it's like you're getting like you're playing an armed hovercraft on your, getting a cheap armed hovercraft on all the characters on your opponent's team. Speaking of armed hovercraft, here is Private Scratch. Ground command demolitions. He is a battle master and ranged in this mode. He is a 5-star character with a 3 attack, 6 health, and 0 defense. When he has armed hovercraft, he has also tough 2. Yeah, he's ranged. Okay, good. So that works out. When he gets knocked out, he turns into the Battle Master. He in an upgrade for armor. He has tough 3 in this mode. When battling, you may take 2 green battle cards flipped without swapping them. So I really like that. If this helmet is on a character and you're battling, it allows you to take 2 green battle cards from your flipped without having to swap anything. I just found that to be nice, and I've actually gotten to use it once, but I only got 1 green battle card out of it. Wasn't able to get 2 because I didn't flip 2. All right, up next is I forgot how that's pronounced. Quintesson. He is a specialist. This is his alt mode. He's a 13-star character, 4 attack, 14 health, 1 defense. If you played 3 action cards this turn, add an upgrade to a character. So I have been able to do this, and it emptied my entire hand when I did it, because I had played an action to play 2 more actions, and I played an upgrade and then another upgrade based on his ability, and that was my whole hand. So, and here is his bot mode. This, I don't know what I was thinking when I came up with this, but it is not easy to pull off unless I really make a specific deck for him to go with a certain, and it would end up being like a 2 tall scenario here. If flip 3 green and 3 black, you may swap an armor and 1 upgrade between 2 other characters. And then if he takes more than 4 damage in this mode, you get to use Judgment. Judgment, draw a card, and play an action. Yeah. So if he gets hit, when he takes 4 or more damage, you are able to draw a card and play an action right there on your defense. Um, so really trying to mix things up and was trying to come up with a new uh, oh, what do you call these? Oh, not exactly, brave or bold focus or anything like that, but more like, bounty hunters have revenge. No, bounty hunters have. Yeah, maybe they do have revenge. I thought that revenge was something that something the Decepticons had. Bounty hunters, mercenaries have bounties a bit like a bounty ability, or um, or a Decepticon's revenge ability. That I thought that the Quintessons could have a judgment ability. So hey, Wizards of the Coast. Hey Drew. Yeah, I'm talking to you. What about this for an idea? For Quintessons to have judgment when they're hurt down to a certain point, they get to actually take an action without having to be knocked out to be able to do it. I thought that was pretty neat. Plus, he's a specialist and can use all the specialist cards, or what we have so far. Yeah, this he is the last one. This is the end of part 4. Instead of just doing this all in one big swoop, I thought it would help if I did this in small parts, because each part has been 10 minutes long. So I'm almost going to have a near hour of information on these characters, going over them all. He is a Miller. He is a 15-star character with 17 health, only 2 attack and 2 shield in this mode. Yeah, and I did try to draw it out a little bit and added some water here that wasn't there before. So he has bold 4 as a gristmill. After he defends, each character on the battlefield flips to their other mode, which I guess would include copper. But this would not happen. But so in his bot mode, he is melee, and he has an attack of 7 with a defense of only 1. When you defend, your opponent must scrap cards off their deck until a green pip is scrapped. Now, I take that as if your opponent just says, I don't have any green, which now up to wave 5, I'd be surprised if they don't. But then I wouldn't worry about it. I wouldn't say, ha ha ha, I won, you're scrapping indefinitely. No. It would just be, well, he does have a lot of green on him too, didn't I? But you just wouldn't do it. You would just keep going, and it is a defend only kind of issue. So that might be the one ever exception in this, is that if your opponent just doesn't have any green and they know they have no green cards, which I just would find unfathomable at this point of the game, that, and I've done this, I've gotten to do this once, and it hurt. It really hurt. And this has to happen before they attack, I think. So you defend, they attack, and then they have to scrap cards until they get to a green, and then their attack begins. So yeah, so I thought that was pretty interesting. It's like, letting the water just continue to go, because trying to utilize not so much his personality, not as being possibly annoying because he's an isolationist kind of person, and I'm not talking about the quarantine we're under now. I'm just talking, grist mills are like in the middle of the woods, in the middle of nowhere, off the river. Um, you know, Millers were very special people. Um, yeah, so it was, things to think about. And I thought, he would not be a Transformer you would want to wake up, per se, even though he's an Autobot. He's not Gears, but he might be really ticked that he had to transform. Let me just put it that way. So, with that, this is the end of part 5. This part 4, and this is all the characters. I take that back. There is another. So, with that, in my very bad Yoda impersonation, which I can't do anyway, but I can do a decent Kermit. Uh, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a blessed night. And remember to flip out and let's roll.